Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. According to McKinsey and Company's latest report, value creation in the metaverse is expected to substantially increase in value over the next 8 years. Joining me to discuss is Lareina. She's senior partner at McKinsey. It is great to have you with us at MarketSite. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And what are the key takeaways from the report's findings?
So I'm going to give you the headline, which is it's $5 trillion. So there's just such an enormous value creation potential. And so we see that by 2030. And moreover, you're saying, it's like, what is driving that? We see 70% of that is in consumer. And interestingly enough, 30% of that, 5 trillion, is actually in the enterprise.
And what is fueling this valuation?
Yeah. So what we see is an enormous amount of investment going into the metaverse right now. And so we see of the tune of $120 billion already year to date in the metaverse. And that's up 80% versus 2 years ago. And one of the questions you probably are wondering is, why are so many companies investing in the metaverse? What's exciting about it? And for us, what we see is that it is the next evolution of the internet. And it is early innings, and you see companies engaging in M&A, in pilots, and trying to experiment to see what are some of the ways in which it can change their businesses.
Of the many insights in the report, what surprised you the most?
So one thing that surprised me is this is an enterprise play as well as a consumer. So most people, when they think of the metaverse, they think about gaming, which is absolutely true. They think about luxury brands and fashion shows. But what's also interesting is you have manufacturing, utilities, healthcare, investing. And why are they doing that? Because they actually see that the technology could change the way that they work.
How can businesses navigate what's next?
First, I think they should take a look at where the value creation is. So just take a look at how business is done today and where 3D, immersive video, and interaction can make a difference. So that's the first thing. So if you're in healthcare, how can you use AR technology and make that almost like the ways of how you do surgery, right? How can that be a navigation guide? So it's not about replacing what you do today, it's about giving you more choices, more options, and actually making it more efficient.
Let's go back to the consumer for a moment, because one thing in the report we noticed was their excitement around the metaverse. Can you talk to us about what you're seeing from their perspective?
So we asked consumers, are you even excited about the metaverse? And close to 60% of consumers said that they would replace at least one of their activities a day into the metaverse. So what does that mean? It doesn't mean that they want to live in a science fiction movie in the metaverse. They still want to live here, but they see the ability to be flexible. So for example, maybe you want to actually try on your outfit, figure out what you want to wear, and then you're going to purchase it here and you're going to wear it here. And that's actually reflected in some of the options you're having. We're seeing some fashion houses say, we're going to have our fashion, our next spring collection, you're going to see it in the metaverse, and then you'll see it in the store next.
It's interesting, because that's what I've noticed as well, how brands have started to adopt it. We're already seeing brands utilize some of the components within the metaverse.
Absolutely, and the question is, some of that is marketing, so are we going to push beyond marketing? Right? Is it going to actually change how you buy and consume products more than just how you recognize the brand?
All right, Lareina, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.